Hey folks, Ted here today with Exped. Wanted to give you a walk through the Mira II tent. Exped makes a beautiful series of tents, and the Mira series is the light, fast packing tent that's designed to go up fast and give you quick, fast protection and a nice airy interior. And we're going to just kind of walk through some of the details on it so you know what's going on. The Mira II is a two-person tent. It'll hold 2 long wide mats, and you'll see that when I get inside so you can see what the interior space is. But first, before we get in, I want to kind of give you some outside views and points to understand what's going on. Although the Mira II is a 3-season tent, it's a very aerodynamic shape, good wind shedding shape, has a vestibule on either side, and it has plenty of anchor out points, obviously down low at the obvious corners on the tent, but then also on the outside of the fly. On the inside of the fly, there's also a connection point, so you can actually attach the fly to the apex or the juncture of the 2 poles, so that when you're tying out to the fly, you're not just stretching fabric, but you're actually tying directly to the pole structure. So it gives you a whole lot of added wind stability. It's a great, solid setup. Obviously, if you can orient your tent appropriately into the wind, the Mira II will serve you really well. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside of the tent. Get a little closer to what we've got going on here. All of the tent setup and guy lines are basically a very simple adjustable system right here. Just a toggle that you can loosen it, or you take the cord and tighten it back up. Like all Exped tents, they're reflective, so you can see them with a headlamp at night. All of the entry zippers have nice coverage, Velcro backed right here, so you've got good storm protection. And when you pull this open up the vestibule, you've got a place to stash boots and shoes on the inside. Then you can go ahead and take fly, roll it back up, and of course, as with all Exped tents, just nice clever features that will really lock that system into place. In the fly itself, you'll notice that we have these eyelid ports over the top side, which are really important when you're trying to ventilate. When you have a full coverage rain fly like this, one of the key things is you want to be able to zip it down so you get maximum rain protection, but still get some ventilation. And if you look on the inside, you can barely see my hand through there through the mesh. It's obviously designed to vent nicely and keep you nice and dry. All Exped tents, Mira II in particular, has a nice coverage point. Even when I unzip this, if this was pouring rain here, I'm not getting any rain onto the interior tent. That's a really important feature. It's one of those functional things that we just don't let up on because we really like to keep our stuff on the inside of the tent dry. So big doors. I'm going to slide on in. I don't know if Kai can get any closer to show what's going on here, but side attached doors, you can just roll up to the side and clip in and snug it nice and neat out of the way. On the inside, and in this case here, there is a definite head side and a foot side. The head side has this arch pull right over here on the outside, and that gives me lots of headroom when I'm lying in. I'm going to go ahead and kick off my shoes so you can see what's going on when I actually lay down in here, so you can see the space. Shoes are out of the way in the vestibule. And as I lay back down into here, you can see plenty of room for 2 long wide mats as I come back down. Loads of headroom for me to work with and a nice big mesh interior. I'm not sure if we can see up to the top here, but you'll notice that the mesh is really only on the side walls, and it's on the top that we use fabric. So in the event that you've got any kind of condensation that builds up on the inside of a waterproof rain fly, then when it hits the flat parts of the top, that runs off real quickly and doesn't drip through on top of you. Little details like that make a big difference when you're actually using it in the field. And then fabric on the sides so that when you're laying down, in the event that you have a beautiful starry night and you're not using your fly, when you're lying down, you've got really good protection. You got a view on the outside, but people can't see you lying in if you're in a more public space. Real comfortable. There's pocketing on either side at the head end for either person, and otherwise, really comfortable space to work with. Mira II, great 2-person, lightweight backpacking tent.